You wake up determined to change your life. You set ambitious goals, download productivity apps, and promise yourself that this time will be different. Yet within weeks, you find yourself back to old patterns, frustrated, and wondering why willpower alone never seems to be enough. You're not alone in this struggle, and more importantly, you're not broken. The real issue isn't your motivation or discipline. It's that most people focus on the wrong things when trying to change their behavior. Instead of chasing dramatic transformations, the most successful people understand a profound truth. Extraordinary results come from the compound effect of tiny, consistent improvements. When you shift just 1% better each day, you don't just change what you do. You fundamentally transform who you become. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress, and it's about building a system that works with human nature rather than against it. Start small. The power of 1% daily improvements. The secret to remarkable transformation lies not in grand gestures, but in the accumulation of marginal gains that seem almost insignificant in the moment. This principle becomes crystal clear when we examine what happened to British cycling, a sport where the nation had languished in mediocrity for nearly a century. When Dave Brailsford took over as performance director of British Cycling in 2003, he introduced a philosophy he called the aggregation of marginal gains. Rather than searching for one massive breakthrough, Brailsford and his team obsessed over tiny improvements in every conceivable area. They redesigned bike seats for better comfort, tested different massage gels for faster recovery, and even painted the inside of team trucks white to spot performance-degrading dust more easily. Each change was small, often barely noticeable, but together they created something extraordinary. The mathematics of small improvements reveal why this approach works so powerfully. If you improve by just 1% each day for a full year, you don't end up 1% better, you end up 37 times better. Conversely, if you decline by 1% daily, you deteriorate to nearly nothing. This is the compound interest of self-improvement, where tiny changes accumulate into remarkable results over time. To harness this power in your own life, start by identifying one small habit you can improve by just 1% today. Instead of committing to an hour-long workout, begin with a single push-up. Rather than reading for 30 minutes, start with one page. The goal isn't the action itself, it's building the identity of someone who shows up consistently. Focus on the system of small daily improvements rather than the outcome, and trust that remarkable results will emerge from this patient, persistent approach. Remember that breakthrough moments are often the result of many previous actions building up potential. Like heating water from 25 to 32 degrees, nothing seems to happen until suddenly, everything changes. Your small efforts today are never wasted. They're being stored, creating the foundation for the transformation that's coming. Identity first. Become the person you want to be. Most people approach habit change backwards, starting with what they want to achieve, rather than who they want to become. This fundamental misalignment explains why so many well-intentioned efforts fail. True, lasting change happens at the identity level, where your beliefs about yourself drive your actions automatically. Consider the story of a man who struggled with nail-biting his entire life until he made one simple change. Instead of just trying to stop the behavior, he scheduled his first manicure. The experience transformed not just his nails, but his identity. As he put it, "Suddenly, I was proud of my fingernails. And even though that's something I had never aspired to, it made all the difference. I've never chewed my nails since." The shift wasn't about willpower. It was about becoming the type of person who takes pride in well-maintained nails. Your identity emerges from your habits through a powerful feedback loop. Every action you take is essentially a vote for the type of person you wish to become. When you make your bed each morning, you cast a vote for being organized. When you write a page, you vote for being a writer. When you practice an instrument, you reinforce your identity as a musician. These votes accumulate over time, gradually shifting your self-perception and making aligned behaviors feel natural rather than forced. The process of identity-based change follows two simple steps. First, decide the type of person you want to be. And second, prove it to yourself with small wins. Ask yourself, who is the type of person who could achieve the results I want? Then focus on embodying that identity through small, consistent actions. Instead of, I want to run a marathon, think, I am a runner, and prove it by putting on your running shoes. Rather than, I want to write a book, embrace, I am a writer, and demonstrate it by writing one sentence. This approach works because it aligns your conscious goals with your subconscious identity. When your behavior and your identity are fully synchronized, you're no longer pursuing behavior change. You're simply acting like the type of person you already believe yourself to be. The most profound transformations come not from changing what you do, but from changing who you are. The 4 laws, your complete habit change system. Every habit follows the same fundamental pattern, a 4-step neurological loop that governs all human behavior. Understanding this pattern gives you the power to build good habits effortlessly and break bad ones systematically. The process moves through cue, craving, response, and reward, and each step offers a lever for change. This pattern becomes clear in the story of a sales professional named Trent Dursmid, who transformed his career using a simple visual system. Each morning, Dursmid placed 120 paper clips in one jar on his desk. After every sales call, he moved one clip to an empty jar. This ritual made his progress obvious, created anticipation for each call, made the action easy to track, and provided immediate satisfaction when he saw the clips accumulate. Within 18 months, he was bringing in $5 million to his firm. The 4 laws of behavior change emerge directly from this pattern. The first law is make it obvious. You can't change a habit you don't notice, so bring your cues into conscious awareness. The second law states, make it attractive. We pursue behaviors we find appealing, so link your habits to positive experiences. The third law commands, make it easy, reduce friction, and lower the barrier to entry for good habits. The fourth law insists, make it satisfying. We repeat experiences that feel rewarding, so ensure your habits deliver immediate positive feedback. To build good habits, align all 4 laws in your favor. To break bad habits, invert them. Make bad habits invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. For instance, if you want to stop checking your phone obsessively, remove it from your bedroom. Remind yourself how it interrupts your sleep. Leave it in another room, and use that time for something you enjoy like reading. The beauty of this system lies in its simplicity and universality. Whether you're trying to exercise more, eat better, read regularly, or break any unwanted pattern, these 4 laws provide a reliable framework. You don't need different strategies for different habits. You need to understand how to manipulate these 4 fundamental elements of human behavior. Start by choosing one habit and applying just one law to begin with. As that becomes natural layer in the others, remember, you don't need to be perfect across all 4 laws immediately. Even small improvements in one area can create significant change. The goal is progress, not perfection, and the compound effect of these systematic improvements will surprise you. Make it stick. Advanced strategies for lasting change. The difference between people who successfully maintain habits and those who don't isn't superior willpower, it's superior systems. Once you've established the foundation, advanced strategies help you navigate the inevitable challenges and plateaus that test every meaningful change. One of the most powerful techniques is habit stacking, where you attach new behaviors to established routines. The formula is simple. After I do, I will do. A Stanford researcher used this method to transform his exercise routine. After I pour my morning coffee, I will put on my workout clothes. This creates an obvious trigger that doesn't rely on memory or motivation, embedding new behaviors into the natural flow of your day. Perhaps even more crucial is learning to recover quickly when habits break down. The most successful people follow a simple rule: never miss twice. 1 missed workout is an accident. 2 missed workouts start to form a new pattern. When you inevitably face disruptions, and you will, the key is getting back on track immediately rather than waiting for Monday or next month to restart. Sometimes, showing up for just 2 minutes is infinitely better than not showing up at all. The Goldilocks rule provides another essential insight. Humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are right on the edge of their current abilities. Too easy and you get bored, too hard and you get discouraged. The sweet spot is approximately 4% beyond your current capability. This means gradually increasing the challenge of your habits as they become automatic, keeping them engaging enough to sustain long-term interest. Finally, build accountability into your system. Share your commitment with others, create consequences for failure, or use habit tracking to maintain awareness of your progress. The comedian Margaret Cho writes a joke every day as part of a challenge with a friend. The social element adds both support and gentle pressure that keeps her consistent even when motivation wanes. Remember that the goal isn't to create perfect habits, but sustainable ones. The most sophisticated habit in the world is worthless if you can't maintain it. Focus on building systems that work with your lifestyle, personality, and natural rhythms. Small, consistent actions, sustained over time, will always outperform perfect actions that you can't maintain. Your future self is counting on the systems you build today. The transformation you seek isn't hiding behind some complex formula or requiring superhuman discipline. It's available through the patient application of small, systematic improvements. As demonstrated throughout these pages, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become, and remarkable results emerge from unremarkable consistency. The path forward is both simple and profound. Start with identity. Build systems that make good habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. And trust the process of compound growth. Whether you're seeking better health, deeper relationships, professional success, or personal fulfillment, the same principles apply. Small habits don't add up, they compound, creating changes that seem impossible until they become inevitable. Your commitment to tiny daily improvements isn't just changing what you do, it's transforming who you are, one choice at a time.